Well, it's Friday night. Been on the early side.
Friday.
I'm feeling you're going to enjoy the game notes tonight, folks. What is up, everybody, and welcome in to the Toyota Pregame Lounge.
Let's go. Oh, dude.
Oh, my goodness. Welcome in. We are presented by Miller Lite here. It is Miller time.
Yes, sir.
What a treat. And we got that little bucket of Miller there. That's not drinkable, but there is a drinkable one that I saw someone order downstairs. Just saying.
We do have
Just
drinkable
saying.
ones. Yeah,
We
no,
do have
we don't. Our deal with them is not only for display model. We actually have drinkable
But
versions
it is
of their
real
beer.
beer in there.
It is
Indeed.
real. It is real, but yeah.
There's liquid.
Yes.
We're hanging out in the Toyota Lounge. You are hanging out in the Toyota chat. And we got a four-person squad today. To my left, it's Harrison Wind.
Happy to be here, boys, on a Friday night at the DNVR Bar. Nothing better than that. And they're just like those nights where everything seems to be aligning. The cosmos are aligning. The stars are aligning. And I'm not
Pizza
saying it's
places?
going to be that night, but the pieces seem like they're in place. We got this squad up here on the show. Friday night. Just checked the injury report, liking what I'm seeing.
Okay.
All the pieces seem to be in place for a great evening.
Holy smokes.
We're excited for the game notes then. What a tease. To my right, known to only ever bring the vibes up and never once deflate them, it's Eric Weedham.
That's right, guys. I'm a huge balloon of vibe.
Just a
Like,
huge balloon.
that never stops. I just keep expanding until one day I'll explode. Also, Harrison, I would love to applaud your bravery and your commitment to all of us in Nugget Station for giving us this level of bare ankle on such a cold night.
Well, it's the only pair of socks or type of socks I own.
Look at this. This man, a polar vortex is coming in, and he wants to make sure that you, the viewer, get your fair share of raw sex.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Why not?
not the two words I had in mind.
Oh.
But I don't own any socks other than these.
Whoa. Keep
Yeah.
it PC. The kids are watching.
I don't think the viewers want me to own any others either, if you know what I mean.
And I'm sure if Dev knew it was allowed, he also would have exposed some ankle. Superstar Dev here, far right on the couch. What's up, brother?
I have two words in mind. I'm back.
Oh, Dev's back.
Damn.
Excited to see who else is back in this game. Look, in an NBA game these days, fellas, you really, truly just never know who's playing, who's not. Buying a ticket is a real crapshoot. Harrison Wind, as you look at these game notes, what can you tell us about availability?
Well, I can tell you that Aaron Gordon, he is playing tonight.
Oh, let's go.
Nikola Jokic, he is playing tonight.
What a treat.
Probably in an arm sleeve.
Oh, wait, what?
He warmed up in an arm sleeve like he
Again?
did the other night. The only difference is tonight, he wasn't ruled out after warm-ups.
All right.
We could get arm sleeve Jokic tonight.
Medium good news. Medium good news, I'm going to call
Arm
that.
sleeve Jokic? That's only medium
What do
good
you mean
news?
medium good news?
Well, I would.
How jaded are you?
You know what I would have loved? No compression sleeve. Everything's fine. It was a blip, and we'll never hear about it again. But that's okay. He's playing. I think that's a good start.
He is playing. Also, on the other side of things, Jimmy Butler is back.
Oh,
back
no.
from a suspension, back from his trade demand, and he's playing and starting for the Miami Heat tonight.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Ramona Shelburne dropped this expose on Butler and what's gone on behind the scenes and kind of insinuating that like it could get worse still while he's playing.
Oh my
So
God.
I really don't know what's going to happen tonight. It feels like everything's on the table. Jimmy Butler in the lineup, the Nuggets fully healthy again. Like I can't wait to see what happens tonight.
So wait, can we bring up the tweets? Or
Well,
do you want,
we're going to
okay,
talk
you'll-
Jimmy
got
at
it,
length
got
in
it.
a second, but
Got
I
it.
did want to throw a question to Dev, which is really what kind of Jimmy do we expect tonight? Because prior to the suspension, really the cause of the suspension, the way he was playing, or more accurately, not playing basketball. Now he's back, Dev, something to prove, yes or no? What do we expect from Jimmy Buckets?
I'm willing to I'm willing to bet the house on that man tonight.
Oh, no.
I bet he
I
has a
don't like
monster game. This is just the type of villain that he is. We also know Jimmy Butler as this insane good basketball player. Very few and far between. He's just good in narrative spots and spots that truly matter. And this is a game that matters. He's going to have a monster game, and he's going to still ask for an out. I just expect it. Just know that it's going to happen. I hate it.
Eric, what do you think? 'Cause I'm actually not quite sure. Jimmy Butler's a bit of a mercurial player. There's a lot of tension here. Is he gonna drop 60 and then say you need me?
Well, before I answer, are we in the Jimmy portion of the show?
All right, let's go for it. Let's go to Jimmy.
Can we bring up the tweets really quick? Because I'm using this as foundation for my
All right,
hypothesis.
fair enough. Let's do it. Let's transition.
So Jimmy Butler announced that he was back in the lineup tonight by rehashing the famous Michael Jordan facts when Michael Jordan returned from his baseball hiatus.
What do you
to
think
the
of
Bulls.
using this style to announce you're back?
And he says, "I'm back." And then Kale show the other thing that himself
Man.
wearing Jordan 45, which is another reference to a Jordan return. So Jimmy Butler is now telling the world he too will return triumphant like Michael Jordan. I believe he's going to go insane tonight.
So what you're telling me was the 7-game suspension was for gambling. That's a joke. That's a joke.
I
No, he
promise
went
you.
and started he just went and worked at his coffee business.
Yeah, dude,
Michael went and played baseball. Jimmy poured some coffee.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be really one of those. And Adam even just brought it up. I was getting close to saying it. He's going to have one of those, like, I'm just going to carry the load type of nights where he's just going to shoot it every single time.
Yo, he's going to shoot it and taunt his own bench.
We just saw him pouting
Exactly.
before he actually left. This is going to be one of those spots where he's like, hey, trade me. He probably might say that at some point.
That's what I mean. He'll like dunk and be like, "Get me out of here!" Some nonsense. It's
I
gonna
really
be
am
insane.
expecting that type of day. Also, I think that Kevin Love had like a post also of like, I'm not effing leaving and stuff. So like he alluded to Jimmy Butler coming back in this game. So I really do think that there's something there where Jimmy Butler is going to just try to show out.
Either way, it makes things weird, I think, for his teammates. And I just want to reference that Ramona Shelburne article on ESPN. And there are some quotes in there, including, quote, "I don't know how he can come back to this locker room," one source to the team said. Another said, quote, "We don't want him back," end quote. A third quote.
Well, hold on. You could read between the lines on that a little bit.
And the third quote, Jimmy hasn't even really started. One source close to Jimmy. So that's what I'm just saying.
That's from his agent.
How is he going to handle this? What does starting look like? Is it that Minnesota game? Is it throwing a weird little tantrum? And as we all know, he's up against Pat Riley, which is just a different force than, the Minnesota Timberwolves as he was back in the day.
Here's the thing. Like, it could get crazy. He could, trade me on, his undershirt and, dunk and then do the Baron Davis and just as trade me. That'd be kind of funny. Like, he could do some shit like that.
Jimmy, if you're watching this show right now, these are great ideas.
Do something crazy, man.
Yeah. It could get to that level. I think most likely it will be pretty normal and it'll just have, a good game, like Dev was maybe saying. That's probably the most likely
I
scenario.
actually kind of see this as him saying, fine, I'm just going to come back to the Heat and I'm going to,
Because the best way for him to get traded is to do exactly that. It's just for him to not make more drama and just kind of let the deal happen.
Dude, you can't wear a Michael Jordan throwback 45 after retirement type of photo with your kids in it and then just have a shitty game where you just protest the whole time. You just can't do that.
I will say, using the Michael Jordan "I'm back" template is a little played out.
yeah, no,
Too many people have used it in sport and business. It's a little played out. We got to find something else.
I actually agree with Harrison on this. Here's the other thing. Jimmy Butler is about 6 championships short of Michael Jordan.
Well, he is. I don't.
but
think
only
he's-
one finals appearance.
What did he wear last year?
I mean, he's just saying this is another chapter in the legend of the NBA. Doesn't this remind you of Michael Jordan? I just really think he's going to come back and play really well and play really hard anyway. And that, I think I think he wants to show them up in a way, but also he might honestly he's such a, to use your word, a mercurial gentleman.
He is.
He might have already honestly
I didn't
like
say
called.
gentleman.
He might have already like called Pat Riley and totally made up. And now it's like honestly like, all right, fine, let's just do this together.
Yeah, maybe he said, you know what, Pat Riley, you're making some good points. But all right, then the next question, and we will move to the Nuggets side of this, of course. They just happen to play Miami. This is interesting as Jimmy Butler is the next star-esque, depending on how you view him at this stage, on the move. Dev, will he be on the move? Do you think Jimmy Butler still gets traded?
No, I think that he's stuck with at least for now, until it really does elevate. I do think that them making those comments of he has not even started, like, does something. But it's also, Pat Riley will just, like, wait it out. I really do think he's that type of owner of, no, you're not just going to get over on me. So, like, if you're going to sit, you're going to sit. I do think that, like, this is, like, he is going to probably get moved in the offseason. But this year, I expect him to truly be in.
Yeah, he's not like, oh, I guess we'll just take Beal. We'll just get saddled by Beal's terrible contract now because you have a terrible contract. Like, you can just not play. I don't care. That's fine. Like, he can just suspend him again. Like, he doesn't care.
What do you think?
I think he'll get traded
To Phoenix?
Phoenix. Yeah.
Brian
For Beal,
Windhorst
really?
of-
You think that they want?
The Suns obviously want Jimmy Butler.
Well, clearly. But,
And-
like, why would the Heat want to take on
Maybe
Beal's
Beal
contract?
will go there. Maybe he'll go somewhere else. Just how these things usually happen when they're broadcasted this loudly. It's kind of the same thing with Kevin Durant wanting to go to Phoenix. Like, a lot of times when these things are floated out there, they just end up happening. I just feel like this is going to end up happening to Phoenix specifically.
ESPN's Brian Windhorst reporting that they have discussed using that 2031 first-round pick. Maybe a better question than Dev. Is Jimmy Butler still a needle mover in the right trade to the right team? Phoenix, for example? Or is there a team out there where they get Jimmy, they've got a seat at the table right now?
With Jimmy Butler, like, truly, at this stage of his career, and just always who he's become, he really is just so good in the playoffs. He's a winner when it truly matters. The regular season does not matter to him, and he's, like, proved it time and time again.
Yeah.
Like, you don't hear the same type of stories of him throughout the regular season, but he does will his team to victory. They don't have a lot, and Miami is always there when it matters. They knock people off. He has monster games. It's just been who he is. That's his character. So I do think that there are going to be teams that are like, yes, we need that. We're one piece away. We need, maybe a young group to have a veteran that's going to, like, light a fire under their ass, who's going to push them and get them to that. So I do think that there are teams that are like, yes, that's who we need right now.
Dude,
that's what we want.
You know who should get him because they have no problem with this move is the Clippers need to find out a way to get Jimmy Butler. Like, they need to trade Normal Powell down to the Miami Heat. They need to trade, like, putting Kawhi and James Harden and Jimmy Butler together. Like, go all in. Like, if you're going to be this kind of team, like, see it to the end.
That would be quintupling down.
There's not a retirement home installed inside Intuit Dome.
How do you know? There's
that
so
wasn't
many,
involved.
Do you know
in
how
the
many toilets
construction
there are?
process.
Which is an
there are a lot
essential
of things
feature.
in there. It's not a retirement home.
I'm just telling you, like, they might as well make that movie, the good old One Last Hurrah or whatever that old guys going to Vegas movie was.
The Hangover.
No, the like
Grown Ups.
No, it was called like The Last Dance or something.
That was the Jordan dog.
But that's not the only thing. Whatever. Somebody in the chat. I mean, you were as far off with those other two guesses.
I was just
FYI.
throwing some answers out there for you.
Last note on Jimmy, Eric Spoelstra was asked.
Las Vegas.
Close. You're close. You're close.
Eric Spoelstra was asked about Jimmy Butler
Vegas,
pregame. He
Jordan.
said, quote, "We work in a league of complexity. We're in an unusual place right now. You all are looking for drama. I'm looking to get this team ready." So weird game for Miami. Winning heals all. What kind of Jimmy will we get? We don't know. The question our fans care more about, Harrison Wind, what kind of Denver Nuggets will we get? We know to some extent full strength. Aaron Gordon's still on that minutes restriction, do you know?
Yeah, I think so. And he's also coming off the bench again. And, I mean, this is just a great situation for the Nuggets. And a big reason why is Aaron Gordon's willingness to come off the bench. Like, this just fixes so many problems. You can keep the starting lineup together. You can keep Gordon off the bench, which makes the bench good. Like, Aaron Gordon with the second unit, Jamal Murray out there too with that group. It's a good second unit. So it just helps in so many ways. And Yeah, everybody's healthy. Fully healthy squad for the first time in a long time. I probably should look this up. I don't even know the last time
Just thinking that
Nuggets
too.
had there's top 9 real guys all healthy in the same game. Tonight's the first one in a while. And it could be the start of, another chapter to the season, it feels like.
I was just going to say, Dev, there's really no way of knowing. But is this finally the chapter of the fellas together? Between Jamal's knees and Aaron's
Boys are back in
calf?
town.
I haven't seen it yet, so I wouldn't be able to tell you what that even looks like. All we know is the characters involved. No.
My thing is this is going to be awesome. But why, dude, why are they kicking the can down the road with this decision about who's going to be in starting lineup?
Well, Aaron's also still on the minutes restriction,
doesn't
so
have
that's
to-
just a convenient.
Yeah, but
sort of-
they should if they're going to be like, okay, this is what we're going to do. Let's just do it. Let's get more and more time for the pieces to play together that are in. I don't like them kicking the can down the road with this decision.
I'm fine with it because you still have 3 more months of the season. You have 40 games.
I know,
That's
but
more than enough time to.
But even still, it's just all right, we're going to do
Get
it.
the
Let's do
can.
it. Let's do it.
I get your logic. My only thing is, it scrambles the whole rotation if one guy's on a minutes restriction anyway. So it's not like you really get to. But I get what you're saying. I mean, Aaron, I just think this is between Aaron being willing and the
totally.
injury, it's a very convenient way to sort of soft launch the return. Dev, I asked Harrison and Adam in a roundtable today that went up on the DNVR.com what the Denver Nuggets best lineup is. I'm going to put you on the spot here. In your opinion, you can kind of talk it out with us. What do you think Denver's best punch looks like, their best 5 together?
I'll go with Jamal.
Oh yeah, he has on mine too.
Jamal, Peyton, Michael Porter.
Whoa.
Yeah, Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon Jokic.
Wow, so no Russell Westbrook in there.
No.
Wow.
When it matters,
We're
to win,
live on the internet.
Yeah, to win the championship.
People
Yeah.
can see this
Do
in
you think
LA,
that
just
lineup
FYI.
needs to be on and popping in the playoffs to
Yes,
really?
that's your best chance at winning. You get offense, you get defense.
What
you
about
get-
right now to win this game tonight?
No, that's a different thing. Now you're asking me a different question.
That's a different
Oh, okay.
question.
Sorry. 2
As
questions.
of right now,
One
at
a
this
time.
moment.
I think that was the question.
No, that was a.
I'm with Dev. I actually believe that to be what should we be working towards? What is the
Yeah, it
ultimate
just
form
depends
of
on which one.
Okay.
because we actually have questions in the starting lineup for the first time in the Jokic era.
Yeah.
So
Well, you wouldn't put Russell Westbrook over Jamal, but he's playing better than him right now. So you're gonna go with Russell Westbrook right now. You're not winning the championship with the Russell Westbrook as the starter, and that's your option, unless you have help. I do think that Russell Westbrook is a championship player. Your best team is with him playing well, but he's not going to be the starting 5 at that point, in my opinion.
starting 5 would be rough. I think it should be. I really think it should be Russ at the 1, Jamal at the 2, Mike at the 3, AG at the 4, and Jokic at the 5. I believe in my heart of hearts that is the recipe for success. I think that Russell Westbrook can defend as well as Christian Brown can, and those two actually can play a kind of similar role as far as, yes, Russell Westbrook is the starting 1, but I don't want him to have the ball in his hands the whole time. I just think that he and Jamal can play off each other a little bit, and then Jamal and Jokic can go to 2-man game when it's necessitated, but Jamal can play that off-ball role that he played all throughout, really successfully in college, but then also can be on ball. And I just like the dynamicism that gives you on both offensive and defense, because Russell Westbrook is really sound defensively. He at least is a hustle guy.
I think he's at least, at bare minimum, their 3rd best defender at worst.
Yeah.
Maybe even 2nd. Although P-Watt is 1, in my opinion, and there's a versatility to it. I think down the line for this team, the lineup Dev talked about is one that's very, very intriguing to really everyone. But right now, it just seems like Russ brings so much of what they need on both sides of the ball. And maybe the spacing is weird at the end of the game if it's not in his hands, but so far they've seemed to be able to figure it out. I guess I'm just hesitant to take Russ out of there, but I get where Dev's coming from.
What's the Nuggets' best lineup to win the game tonight? Was that?
However,
we're talking.
however you want to take it.
We're
Wherever
taking
you want
this
to take it.
like
talking
when they
ball.
stop kicking the can down the road. When is the start? When the dust settles, what's
What
the
do you
best
think the
starting
best punch,
five?
or just what's the best punch? Yeah.
Okay. For who I want on the floor at the end of a playoff game, that's going to be a different answer than like starting the game tonight. Playoff, who I want with 10 seconds on the clock in a playoff game is the regular starting lineup from the beginning of the year.
Jamal CB.
Jamal, Christian Brown, Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic. If I want to win the game tonight, I think the best starting lineup is Jamal Murray,
Russell
Westbrook, Michael Porter, Nikola Jokic, and Christian Brown.
All right. A lot of different opinions
With
on the
Aaron
panel
Gordon off the bench.
coming off the bench, which is good. There should be different opinions. And that's why I think it's a good question, because for the first time in 4 years, maybe that question's really debatable.
Very.
I guess you could have said Bruce Brown in the title year, but I think that's settled by the end. It's just kind of interesting right now. Chat, definitely let us know what you're thinking.
Oh, but not if you disagree with me, then you can just as soon as you type your
Yeah.
opinion, just delete it and then don't send it.
And never forget that it's totally acceptable to disagree, in a very chill way. You know what I mean?
Shut up, dude.
Oh, okay, my bad. Hey, this seems
No.
like a good time to transition to our final segment where we hand the keys over to Superstar Dev as we fire up the Bet365 app. And again, our prime picks are presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app and use code DNVR365. Deposit $10 and place a bet for $5 to get $150 in bonus bets. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or somebody you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Dev, rent is due in a couple of weeks. What do you got for me?
Oh God,
Time to get you paid then.
All right, cool.
I forgot all about rent.
Yeah.
Does that do every month?
Yeah, I didn't plan for it this year. Just
The
kidding.
Nuggets
Gamble responsibly.
come into this game as 4-point favorites. And this is a line that has been all over the place today. It started at the Heat favored by 1. Then it went to Nuggets
times.
-1. Then the news came out that Jokic and Aaron Gordon was going to be back. It's all the way at -4. And that's on the road.
How did Vegas know, man?
They always do.
Because you alerted all of us very early on today that Jokic and AG might be back because the line shifted to Nuggets
The line
being the
tells
favorite.
you everything. It does. Because,
That was hours before really any news started to filter out that those two could be available.
there's so much money in this gambling stuff that they have to get ahead of it before everyone.
They got
does.
somebing on the inside.
For
They have
sure.
to. I
It
just
might
hope
be
that-
Adam Silver.
I think it's part
I
of
don't know.
putting it together. You have to tell the league so that they could put out the lines ahead of time, because then people are getting tricked and then people are losing a lot of money. And we hate to see people losing money. And that's why we're with Bet365 where we're not losing all that money.
I like that.
I'm going to go with Nuggets -4. I think that they're going to win this game, have a good game. This is a team that they just kind of control. It does not seem like this is like revenge type of spot for them. It just doesn't. And there's a lot of revenge narratives. This is not one of those. So I like this. I'm going to go with the under 228.
Under.
I just don't feel like Miami is the type of team that wants to get out and run or score. And also,
You're not that team guy.
I think that
You're not that team.
I think that they're going to really try their best to try to make it work for Jimmy Butler. He's going to overshoot, and it's going to take away from their chemistry that they have. Tyler Hero's been insane lately. I don't think they're going to go to him every single time like they should. Bam Adebayo also just doesn't match up. He's not a good offensive player. It slows it down. He's there for defense. I'll go with under 228.
Tyler Hero definitely was the one that said we don't want him back.
Oh, absolutely.
He just has the ball in his hands all the time.
Yeah.
It's like having a great time.
Terry Rozier, Tyler Hero.
Oh yeah.
and,
Terry Rozier was like, we don't need Jimmy Butler.
yeah.
We got to handle just fine.
They mass texted Ramona.
Tinfoil hat.
No, we don't want him.
Tinfoil hat. That was Jimmy Butler's quote.
I know. I know.
That's hilarious.
Told him I said.
On the Miami side of things,
On a burner.
I'm going to go with Jimmy Butler
Oh, of course you are.
Yep.
for everything.
Yep.
Points, rebounds, and assists is at only 24.5.
How many big faces are you going to put down on this one?
His points are only at 14.5. He's going to get them.
Spaghetti-o.
Assists, I think he's going to get everything. So just make sure that it's
Can he assist himself?
he'll try. People throw it off the backboard.
Just get traveling
I'm just
violations.
going to it's going to be a Butler night. I put Bam here Let's take Bam off. On the Nuggets side of things, we're going to go with Michael Porter Jr.
Oh, that's
over
awesome.
2.5
Oh,
3-pointers.
how sweet of you.
Oh, what a
They
treat.
have this at only minus 105. Like, they don't think that this is going to happen. He plays well. I think he'll play well against Miami. I think he'll have the spacing. He also is going to be able to get one-on-one coverage because Miami, they man-to-man you. They don't put in zones. They don't, try you in those in different ways. They just are straight up play defense. Let's see what we can get out of it. I think that bodes well for Michael Porter Jr.
Cool.
Also, I'm going to stick with Michael Porter Jr. on the rebounds. Over 5.5. The line is just too low. In a game that has a high total, I just think that he's going to be able to help out on the boards and grab those, get himself going. For our assist bet, I'm going to go with Jamal Murray over 5.5 assists. I think that this line is too low. I know that he's been scoring a bit lately, but now they're going to have everybody back. I really think that this is a easy Jamal bet. Also think Westbrook's going to get over 5.5 assists. So it's both of them together.
Cool.
5.5 assists. The ball's going to be popping. He's still filling that role with AG on a minutes restriction. So I think that this is just a spot where he'll have the ball in his hands. He becomes the de facto point guard at a lot of these times. I'll take the over assist there. Our defensive bet, Peyton Watson.
Man, the SWAT son. The son of SWAT.
The streaking
It's
SWAT.
only 1.5. That is just too low for me.
Trifling.
Don't you feel like you should, if you get a more like a spectacular enough block, like you block it into the first row, it's worth 1.5 blocks?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that they should do that. Because what do you think your favorite player, Wemby, would average?
Well, that's fine. That's all well and good. I want people to make money. I just want whatever. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that was a horrible idea, but I'm glad that you brought it up for everyone else to see it. And for
Just for betting purposes.
for our lock of the night,
a horrible
the one
idea.
that's going to get us paid.
Let's go. I'm locked in.
The big fella's back. Jokic over 27.5 points.
Dang.
They don't send double teams. That is just crazy. And he also wants to eat Bam alive. He cannot guard him. There's nothing that he can do. I oftentimes think about when Bam just put his hands up because he's like, I don't know what else I can do here. I've tried my best and it's just not enough. And that's on the big stage. Just think about a random Friday night in Miami. He's going to get destroyed. I think it's a Benihana's type of night, and I'm excited for it. Those two words of I'm back, those are for Jokic. I'm excited for it, and I'm ready.
Holy smokes.
Jokic over.
Can I
Did
tell
we
you?
get Jokic at the club after this game?
Yes.
just thinking
No,
the
well,
same
not at the
thing.
club, but they have that bar, that Serbian restaurant and bar.
He loves the
Although
club
you're
in
right,
Miami,
the club
though.
that
Yeah,
he
the
He
club
did go
in
to the
Miami.
club that
Well, for
one
sure.
time.
For
They
sure,
should
you're
bring
right.
out that one of those signs that just says "My elbow hurts."
Hell
And
yeah,
he's
dude.
just
No,
like,
I've got
It
a.
should just say, I'm back.
I'm back.
Do you want to hear my parlay?
Or
Sure.
we're back.
Hit me with your parlay.
My quote unquote might or might not hit parlay.
Mike or Mike not?
Might. Well, I just want to make sure this might or might not hit.
Okay, that's good. To know.
I like the Nuggets to cover the spread. It has moved. It's now minus 3 points in Dallas tonight. I'm going to take Jimmy Butler to score 20 plus points.
Ooh.
I'm
That
going to
pushes it
have
up.
Jamal Murray to hit 1 plus 3, and Nikola Jokic to hit 1 plus 3. That will net you plus 900.
What?
Oh wow! You can
Plus 900. And
Yeah.
then you get the profit boost on that. It boosts it up even higher.
I got to make a deposit real quick.
I know.
It's because of the Jimmy Butler. If you push him up to 20 points, it puts it at like plus 300.
Okay, let's take a look at those super chats here, and we'll get ready for the show. The boy's dad, the duckling known as M Bitch. Come on, man,
Boy's dad.
bro.
Again, I will say the fact that I know the boy's dad
know.
personally makes these super chats so much better.
The
Very
best part of it, he's like
surprising.
the most kindly looking
I
gentleman.
know.
So
Yeah,
uncharacteristic.
but when you see him, he always has on the trash talking shirt.
Totally. I mean,
Totally.
that like some people when they just shift into Nuggets watching
It's so
mode,
great.
they turn into a different person.
It's like your kindly neighbor that's like, oh,
Yeah.
hey, Jimmy. And then you walk in his lawn, he's like, I'll kill you.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, man, what unbelievable. Hey, can we save it for the Philly game, boys, dad? And Cedric Exquisite. Let's kick ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will we get a Jokic sleeve game?
I mean, by
find out
virtue of the fact that he's
together.
gonna play.
Nuggets in Miami taking on the Heat. What is this, my dang microwave?
Oh my God.
See you in the lounge afterwards.
Woo.
like the mayor.